What is up, YouTube? We got a new channel coming to you. It is a predominantly moto vlogging channel, but you will see other things such as working on bikes, basically everything bike related. We are right now testing out our mic setup for the GoPro Hero 7. So we're taking a short cruise, checking wind noise, yada yada yada, all that kind of stuff, and bike noise to see you know, the best possible setup to ensure that we have good quality audio with the GoPro here. The microphone that we are using is the Purple Panda lapel mic. It's about $30 off of Amazon. They have a lot more expensive microphones, but pretty good reviews on this one as far as the MTOVLOG thing. So I figured, hell, why not just check it out and see how it sounds. It is hot today, guys. Scorching hot. But we're gonna ride and we're gonna have some fun. And hopefully my buddy right behind me, he's riding a 2019 Harley Davidson 1200 Iron. Beautiful bike. Pretty good starter bike if you're trying to get into the sport cruiser scene. I am on a 2019 ZX6. Love this bike. Coming from riding Gixxers for basically the last 2 or 3 bikes that I had. Ergonomically it's probably about the same, maybe it's just a little higher, but I like it. The extra 36 cc's is not bad either as far as low end grunt. And I absolutely love the quick shifter, factory quick shifter. It is amazing. I just wish they would have put auto blip as far as downward shift. It'd have made it even better. But I mean, what can you complain about for the price point of the ZX6? Like I said, the price point is about $2 grand less on the MSRP as far as the R6 or even the ZX6R. Kawasaki was trying to separate the price points a little bit from the leader bike, the ZX10, from the 600 class bike, because it just wasn't quite selling enough, which was a pretty good marketing move on them. As you can see, there's a lot of ZX6s on the road right now, new ones. People are going to buy new bikes, and for the bang for the buck, it's a nice one. Maybe not as race oriented as a R6, but for the street, very capable. And it's not a bad bike for the track. It's just more set up for the street, the suspension wise. But I mean, you can easily upgrade your suspension for the coin, which I'm not too interested in doing that right now. It's got some low end grunt on it. So we're going to take a short ride up, hit a little mountain road, checking for wind noise, with this Purple Panda microphone that's hooked to the GoPro 7. And we're going to do a couple of different tests where visor up and visor down to see the difference. And we may have to adjust the placement of the microphone in the helmet. It's kind of like a trial and error kind of thing. But just gives me a good reason to ride and hoon around a little bit. Let me leave my buddy back here. He's fairly new to riding. He's got that 1200 back there. It's got a lot of torque behind it, he just says he wants to learn to ride, you know, better as far as maneuvering. He's still kind of scared of corners a little bit, but I told him, I said, just let the rubber do the work for you, buddy. Trust it. It's gonna the geometry of the bike is going to want to stay up. I try and tell him that, but there are always going to be some instances where you're going to get into a situation. Trust me, it's happened to me. It may happen again. Hopefully not, God willing. But you always got to expect it. Especially out in really populated areas with a lot of car traffic. You got to be watching way ahead of you. Make sure that you're not going to put yourself in danger, because people are not going to see you. They're not looking for you on a motorcycle. They're looking for the biggest thing on the road, what's bigger than them, where to cause them damage. They'll run right over you. I've had cars come over to me plenty of times, just right into my lane, and basically at the next stoplight or stop sign, I'd never seen you. I said, well, you need to be looking, because you hit me, you win. There is no question about that. There's no way that a motorcycle is going to win in a collision with a car, passenger car, especially not a full-size truck. Just not in the cards for you. I've already said it, but Lord, it's hot outside right now. That's why you see I'm basically squidding it up today. Normally I wouldn't squid, but riding with my buddy behind me, I'm not going to be hooning around at all. So I don't really see no real necessary need to have my jacket and leathers on or anything like that today. So we're just kind of enjoying the ride today. Yeah, it's a nice one for it. The rain has let off for a little while. I think it's supposed to start raining again tomorrow. That's one thing you got to deal with when you live in the southeast. We got such nice areas to ride. We got plenty of curves in these little mountain areas, and the roads are not so great in some areas, but for the most part, I mean, they're rideable. You don't really have to worry about it. I've been in way worse areas, like out in Mississippi, even in Georgia. A lot of potholes. Oh, it feels good when we come up on this mountain. It's about 95 degrees down there in town, but it feels like it's about 85 maybe right now up on this mountain. Big swing in temperature. Nice. Back and wait on him. He's falling back behind a little bit. highway doing 45 miles per hour. Tell you, I got a Tell the Dragon trip coming up next week. I will vlog the whole trip, and should be get some good footage. I won't be able to ride really aggressively the whole time, considering my fiance is going with me, and she does not care for the curves at all. When I ride with her, we'll ride 2 up. She wants to be on the straight and narrow, basically. But she will ride on the curves with me, but just I have to take it real easy with her because she has literally a heart attack on the back. Funny little story. We were up in Little River Canyon up there in it was a Fort Payne area in Alabama, and I was riding with my buddies. She was with us, and we were all kind of just cruising around, and all my buddies, they really like to ride kind of aggressive, dragging me in the street and things like that, you know. And it's all fine and dandy, you know. But she's on the back of it with me, and she tells me from the get-go, do not act crazy while I'm on the back of this thing up here. I know you want to, but do not do it. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you. You know, I can restrain, you know. Well, long story short, we're at the end of the day, and I guess my buddies are kind of a little tired of the riding kind of at a moderate pace, so they kind of kick it up a little bit. I start kicking it up a little bit, and I could feel her tensing up behind me. And anyway, tell you this, I'm in 4 letters at this point, and I haven't touched my knee down all day, and I basically feel like I kind of wasted a trip up here with all these beautiful curves in this road. And they get to going, and I see my buddy in front of me come into a pretty sharp turn with a real sharp apex. He goes out wide, he comes back in real aggressive and deep, scrapes his knee puck, and I'm like, oh, I've had enough. So I romp on the throttle, get a lot of entry speed on this corner. I got the same exact line that he took, scrape my knee. Well, I feel her behind me, like, I feel like she's wanting to strangle me at the moment. Well, in my head, I've already done the damage, so why not just keep on doing it? So we take this, now granted, this is about 11.5 mile little ride, and it's about 150 curves in this 11.5 miles. Pretty sharp curves. I don't think there was a one, as far as the real tight radius turns, that I didn't grab a row full of meat pup. And but it was okay. We got to the end, and she comes off the bike really quick. She starts slapping me on my shoulders and all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, if you ever do that again with me on there, I'm never gonna ride with you again. I'm like, well, baby, you know, we didn't die. She's like, I don't care, you scared me to death. But I just had to get it out of my system, and I think she understood, because she kind of laughed about it later on, and then she was talking to some of her buddies about it. Talk about it. Oh, he would have run this curve, and we went this way, and I felt the bike was going this way. It was the scariest thing, but it was fun, you know. But since then, she doesn't really get on it too much with me anymore, unless we're just going through town. But she did say that she would go to the Tell the Dragon with me. Be my first trip up there this year, and hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully the rain will hold off while we're up there for about 3 or 4 days, and no incident. Last time I went up there on an actual motorcycle, not the last time I went. Last time I went, I took the car, and it was fun. Just wasn't quite as fun as tuning on the turns on a sport bike or super sport. But last time I went up there, I was on a 2007 ZX6R 600. I mean, it's a beautiful bike. Brand new fairings on it. I actually built this bike basically from the ground up. Got it as a wreck. I was going to turn it into a track bike, but ended up turning it into a street bike instead. And anyway, to get back on my story, we was up there for about 3 days, maybe 4 days. And the last day, I mean, we was getting it. We was going through there, you know, getting some really good pictures from all the stations up there. About wore out. Well, we get down there to the Killboy station, and everybody's like, you know, nah, I'm tired, man. We need to go ahead and just pack it up and go to the house. So, alright, well, should have never said this is the last ride, because everybody knows what happens when you anticipate this. Everybody's going to ride a little harder than normal, and kind of like, you know, get it out of their system, because there's no telling when you're going to get back up here. So we take off from the Killboy station, and we are getting it. I mean, absolutely getting it through here. I mean, we are passing people, passing local bike riders, and these guys are good up there. And we come around, and about halfway through, back to the bottom of the Tail of the Dragon there, I get real aggressive, and I lose the front. It just slips right out from under me, and I low side. And I don't know if you've ever been, or any of you have ever been to the Tail of the Dragon, but when you low side on the Dragon, you got one or two ways you're going to go. It's just depending on which direction or the turn is in. You're either going to, bike's going to slide into the side of the mountainside, and you're going to come behind it into maybe a ditch area, or it's going to go off the mountain. And that's what happened to me. The bike went straight off the side of the mountain, and I went right behind it. Luckily, I was wearing a full leather outfit, racing suit, and basically unscathed as far as injury, no rash or anything like that. The suit didn't even look that bad, but the only injury I guess I had was when I was sliding behind the bike down the mountain, praying if this thing didn't hit me. There was some low hanging tree limbs on the bottom of a tree, and I seen one coming right at me, or I should say I was coming right at it, and I put my arm up to keep it out of my face, which was kind of stupid because I had a full face helmet on, and it hit my arm, and put a good sized bruise on my forearm, and that was basically it. Got down to the bottom, and stopped right there before the bike, and I looked up, and there's one of my buddies at the top of the side of the hill there, or mountain. He's hollering at me, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, I'm alright, you know, kind of in shock, but luckily there was a nice guy right behind us coming up on a Jeep Wrangler with a winch on the back up, on the front of it, and he told me, he said, "I can pull it out of there for you." So yeah, I let him. I mean, this bike was mangled, and I'll show you right here. I'll insert a picture of the actual condition of the bike. Before that, though, I'm going to insert a picture from, I think it was Killboy. It's just a proof. I didn't buy the picture, but I got it offline. Of, you know, about 3 turns before the accident happened, and right here I'll show you the actual bike carnage after it got poured out of the hole there down the mountain. But like I said, I'm not going to harp on it. I've been riding ever since. I think it was like 2 weeks later I got another bike. I got a 2009 ZX6R 600, and it didn't faze me. I mean, I'm riding the same way. I've had some buddies that came off like that, and they basically stopped riding because of it, you know, too scared to do it. But I don't look at it that way. The way I look at it is anything can happen. Might as well have fun while you're doing it. I'm not saying I want to die or anything like that, but I mean, you know, God willing, I won't in a motorcycle wreck, but if I were to, I mean, about the best thing I can think of as far as fun. So, there you go. Man, it is a nice day outside. It is. It's a lot nicer up here on this mountain than it was down there in town, I'll tell you that. Just leisure, little pace on a Sunday afternoon. But I am supposed to go get my suspension tuned here a little bit later this evening. So I need to do that before I get this bike up there on the hill uptown. That's one thing you don't want to do, is go up there with a bike that is not tuned to your size and your riding style. So we'll probably vlog that also. You know, I'll put that up as 2019 ZX6R suspension tuning or something like that. If you guys want to come back and watch that, should be pretty interesting. The guy that I have doing it, he did own his own motorcycle shop here locally in town, but I guess he got tired of it, and he's since shut it down. But he'll still do some stuff for you, you know, out of his house. Really good guy. I trust him with all my bike needs, and really I don't feel like paying, you know, $150 or whatever to have just simply get suspension tuned. Basically just getting a sag tuned at your dealership. So we'll see how that goes. But hope you enjoyed this video. It's just going to be kind of short, but if you like it, subscribe to the channel, hit a bell notification. Like I said, we'll have more videos here shortly. This is just the start of the channel. We're putting up an Instagram channel, and we'll put up a Facebook also. So you kind of subscribe. If you would, just subscribe to all of them. You know, so we're not trying to make money off any of this. We're just doing it for fun. We're just trying to put some content out there. Let's see where it goes from there. Alright guys, we're going to cut this video here. Until then guys, ride safe.